So, continuing with the lessons of our little Russian boy, he found his spaceship soaring through a sea of blackness. The sensation of falling persisted for a period about 5 hours. He started to enter a dark dream of darkness, as though he were falling into blackness endlessly, as though the entire cosmos and all that was in it was merely the blackness of his eye, his one eye, his left eye, because the right eye was merely an illusion of the left. He found one thing to trouble his dreams of endless darkness. There seemed to be a fleck in his eye. A fleck of red. He could find no relief because he had no hands, those being merely an illusion in swimming in the endless sea of darkness that was his left eye. Nonetheless, the feeling of a speck of red persisted. It took on a life of its own, as it seemed to grow brighter and brighter and brighter until it began to grow bigger and bigger and bigger, until he was no longer swimming in a sea of black, but a sea of red. He came to on the planet Mars. Of his spaceship, he found himself surrounded by a sea of red. He looked around. There seemed to be frozen waves on this ocean. He saw the sun in the sky, farther and smaller than he'd known it. And for a moment, he felt homesick. For a moment, before remembering that he hadn't any hope. He walked on for about a mile alone. He saw in the distance two figures walking towards him. Difficult to decide. sort of argument. Of course, the little Russian boy couldn't understand what they were saying because he didn't speak the language of Mars. In fact, as far as anyone knew, he didn't speak at all. He did talk to the mermaids, but the mermaids spoke telepathically. In fact, he did know Russian and even a bit of English, but he never found anyone he really considered worth talking to. And he felt rather sad upon sighting these little red men, because in spite of their strange appearance, he really felt that he had a desire to talk to them, but he wasn't able to speak their language. One of them put something strange into his ear and said suddenly in words he could understand, "I'm sorry, this is the best translator we could get together on such short notice, never having needed one before on our planet. Because everyone speaks the same language here. Saves a lot of confusion that way." Welcome to Mars. I apologize if we gave a bad impression of ourselves as we were walking up. We had gotten into a bit of an argument. I said that the ship would land right here, and he said it would land, well, somewhere else. And obviously I was right. We had to do a great deal of walking because last time we went with what I said, and it was in fact wrong.